I am Dr. Madhulika Srivastav, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Chemistry, Bhilai Mahila Mahavidyalaya, Bhilai. Today I am going to discuss about the energy profile diagram and labile and inert complexes. Let us go through the contents which we will discuss here. Introduction of energy profile diagram, types of reaction, types of energy, activated complex or transition state, labile and inert complexes, interpretation of lability and inertness according to valence bond theory, and interpretation of lability and inertness according to crystal field theory. Students, you all are very familiar with the term energy, its type and units, etc. But a question arises in our mind that what is energy profile diagram? So the answer is the change in energy during chemical reaction is represented by a diagram which is known as energy profile diagram. To explain the energy profile diagram, let us consider the following reaction. X plus YZ is equal to XY plus Z. This reaction proceeds through two steps. In first step, X reacts with YZ to form activated complex, that is XYZ. In second step, since activated complex is very unstable, it gives product YZ and Z. What happens during the reaction and how energy is changed is represented by both the diagrams. In the beginning, both the reactants have certain amount of potential energy. When X approaches YZ, the potential energy increases until transition state is reached. In this state, activated complex is formed and the bond between YZ is partially broken and new bond between X and Y is partially formed. Since this state is unstable and is converted into product. In this process, potential energy of the system is changed to kinetic energy. As you can see here that there is two energy profile diagrams, one for exothermic reaction and another for endothermic reaction. In exothermic reaction, heat is released during the course of chemical reaction. In this reaction, reactants have more potential energy than the product. In endothermic reaction, heat is absorbed from surroundings during the chemical reaction. In this reaction, reactants have less potential energy than product. And you can see here that there is two type of energies: activation energy and reaction energy. Activation energy is the energy difference between reactant and activated complex. Reaction energy is the energy difference between activated complex and product. These two diagrams are plotted between potential energy and progress of reaction and is known as energy profile diagram. As you see here, there are two types of energies, activation energy and reaction energy. And there are two types of reactions, exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Now come to the next topic, labile and inert complexes. Before discussing labile and inert complexes, it is essential to know the term stability. The term stability can be used in a number of ways. In general, stability of complexes means that it exists and may be stored for a long time. In studying the formation of complexes in solution, two kinds of stability of complexes are generally considered: kinetic stability and thermodynamic stability. Kinetic stability refers to the rate at which complex will form or transfer from one species to another species at equilibrium. Thermodynamic stability, it refers to the extent to which complex will form or transform from one species to another species under a given set of conditions. In kinetic sense, complex may be labile or inert. In thermodynamic sense, complex may be stable or unstable. But there is no correlation between kinetic stability and thermodynamic stability. Stability of complexes depend on the reaction energy and the lability of complexes depend on the activation energy. Here you can say the reaction HgCN4 2 negative reacts with 4 labeled Cn to form HgCN4 2 negative plus 4 Cn. Here HgCN4 2 negative complex is labile because it replaces 4 Cn by labeled 4 Cn readily. Second reaction, CONH3 3 positive reacts with HCl to form CONH3 5 Cl 2 positive plus NH4 1 positive. Here CONH3 3 negative complex is inert because it can be kept for a long time in acid solution, but it is thermodynamically unstable. Labile complexes are those complexes in which substitution reaction takes place readily, and inert complexes are those complexes in which substitution reaction takes place very slowly. According to Taube, complexes in which the substitution of ligands take place in less than 1 minute when temperature is 25 degrees centigrade and concentration is 0.1 molar are called labile complexes, and those in which substitution of ligands takes place in more than 1 minute is called inert complexes. Now we will discuss interpretation of lability and inertness of complexes. Lability and inertness can be interpreted by valence bond theory and crystal field theory. Now we will discuss interpretation of lability and inertness according to valence bond theory. According to valence bond theory, octahedral complexes are of two types: outer orbital octahedral complexes and inner orbital octahedral complexes. Outer orbital octahedral complexes are formed by sp3d2 hybridization. Here d orbital used is outer d orbital. Generally, outer orbital octahedral complexes form labile complexes due to weakness of sp3d2 type bond. Cr2 positive, Mn2 positive, Fe2 positive, CO2 positive, Ni2 positive and Cu2 positive ions form labile complexes because they form outer orbital octahedral complexes. Now, inner orbital octahedral complex. These complexes are formed by d2sp3 hybridization. Here d orbital used is inner d orbital. In this table, you see that 6 hybrid orbitals are filled with electron pairs donated by 6 ligands in all the configurations from D0 to D6 and are denoted by cross. Metal ions with D0, D1 and D2 configurations have 3, 2 and 1 vacant orbitals respectively to accommodate electrons from the incoming ligands to form 7 coordinated intermediate. Metal ion with D3, D4, D5 and D6 configurations have no vacant orbitals to accommodate electrons donated by incoming ligand. Hence they form inert complexes. And metal ions with D0, D1 and D2 configurations form labile complexes. It may be noted from the table that labile complexes have at least one vacant orbital and inert complexes have at least one electron in each d orbital. Valence bond theory cannot explain lability of octahedral complexes of nickel 2 ion. According to valence bond theory, nickel 2 complexes are labile, but actually they are inert. Now I am going to explain the lability and inertness of the complexes by crystal field theory. According to crystal field theory, lability and inertness depend upon crystal field activation energy. Crystal field activation energy is the energy in crystal field stabilization energy in going from octahedral complexes to activated complex. If the value of crystal field activation energy is 0 or negative, then the complex will be labile. If the value of crystal field activation energy is positive, then the complex will be inert. Crystal field activation energy of the octahedral complexes undergoing SN1 and SN2 substitution reactions are shown in table 2 and 3 respectively. In the table 2, crystal field activation energies of octahedral complexes having D0 to D10 configurations for weak field and strong field for SN1 mechanism have been shown. We know that SN1 mechanism proceeds through square pyramidal intermediate as it is stable and has low energy. It may be noted from the table that metal ions with D0, D1, D2, D4, D5, D6, D7, D9 and D10 configurations have negative or zero value of crystal field activation energy for weak field octahedral complexes and hence are labile. And metal ions with D3 and D8 configurations have positive value of activation energies, therefore they are inert complexes. Strong field octahedral complexes of metal ion with D0, D1, D2, D7, D9, D10 have negative or zero value of crystal field activation energy and hence they are labile. And metal ion with D3, D4, D5, D6 and D8 configurations have positive value of crystal field activation energy, hence they are inert. Table 3 shows crystal field activation energies of octahedral complexes having D0 to D10 configurations for weak field and strong field for SN2 mechanism. We know that SN2 mechanism proceeds through octahedral wedge intermediate because this structure requires minimum energy for its formation. From the table, it may be noted that weak field octahedral complexes of metal ions with D0, D1, D2, D4, D5, D6, D7, D9 and D10 configurations have negative or zero value of crystal field activation energy. Therefore, they are labile complexes. And complexes of metal ion having D3 and D8 configurations have positive value of crystal field activation energy. So, they are inert complexes. Strong field octahedral complexes of metal ions with D0, D1, D2, D4, D7, D9 and D10 configurations have negative and zero value of crystal field activation energy. Therefore, these complexes are labile, while metal ion with D3, D5, D6 and D8 have positive value of crystal field activation energy. Therefore, they are inert. Nickel 2 complex having D8 configuration has positive value of crystal field activation energy, hence it is inert. So, inertness of octahedral complex of nickel 2 is explained by crystal field theory. It is evident from both the theories that lability and inertness of the complexes can be interpreted. From the above discussion, it may be concluded that energy profile diagram gives an idea about the types of reaction, whether it is exothermic or endothermic, and lability and inertness of complexes can be interpreted by valence bond theory and crystal field theory.